Hello and welcome back to KalandraTalks. Today I will share my childhood story and how I became diabetic. First, I want to shout out to my mom for saving my life and knowing me well. As you will hear in a couple of moments, my mom did everything she could. I hope one day she will be able to tell her story of the story in the upcoming videos. My story started at the age of 7. I remember it was around Halloween 2004. As I was trick or treating, I had to use the washroom at every 3 to 5 houses. I then continued wetting my bed for about 3 to 5 days. I couldn't understand. I was too young to know, and from what I remember, I had stopped wetting the bed at an even younger age. My mom knew something was wrong with me. She ended up taking me to the doctors. They told me I only had the flu. My mom allowed one day to go by. She said, "This is not normal for my daughter." She called the pharmacy and spoke to them and asked them what next steps she should take. My mom didn't believe I had the flu. The pharmacist told my mom that they would suggest taking me to the hospital, the emergency. So the next thing I remember is that I was in the hospital, and the team of doctors kept saying to me, "Keep your eyes open." Then they asked my mom if there was any diabetes in my family. My mom right away said yes. They started doing all kinds of testings on me. They had to find a vein, and they couldn't find any veins at all. I also remember the doctor had to cut a hole in my chest. I don't remember every single detail about that moment, but in any of these moments, it is not easy for anyone to witness or experience, especially if nobody knows what's going on. All I know is my eyes needed to stay open, and there were 3 to 5 doctors and nurses in my room. Once they were able to get all of the blood and whatever other testing they needed, maybe within 10 to 30 minutes later, they came back with the results to say I had diabetes. My mom was scared and didn't know what to do and was in a bad state. However, she was happy I was alive and knew we had a lot to learn about diabetes. I was then in the hospital and was there for about 1 to 3 weeks. Then they ended up transferring me to Markham Stouffville Hospital, which I had been in Markham Stouffville Hospital for another 1 to 3 weeks. After that, I ended up going home mostly for the night and coming back to the hospital around 6 to 7 a.m. every day for about 2 to 3 months. Life still had to go on. I was out of school for maybe about 3 to 4 months. However, I was only 7 years old. I remember then returning to school, maybe in January or February 2005. That's all for episode 2 on diabetes. Check out episode 3. Stay tuned for more to come. Have a good day.